In this section, I am going to discuss some basic concepts that are related to task 1 of Loops through Java Lab. Coming to the task 1, the task 1 is about to write Java program that implements constructor, parameterized constructor, method overloading, and constructor overloading. I'm not straightforwardly going to these programs, but before that, let me see some basic concepts that are required to write these programs. Among that, so one need to know about what is class and what is object. Then we are going to learn about constructor and different types of constructor, and then we will learn about method overloading and constructor. Now, as we all know that Java is object-oriented programming language, and everything in Java is associated with the class and object. So first thing we need to learn is class. So what is class in Java? Simply class acts as a blueprint. It is a set of instructions that are used to build a specific type of object. In Java, class determines how that object is going to behave and what the object will contain. The basic syntax of the class is I need to write a keyword called class followed with my class name. And inside that, I may have any number of fields and methods in that class. So this can be better understood with an example. Now, let me assume that I need to create a class called employee. And in that employee, let me assume that I need to take two fields. One is employee ID and other one is employee name. So what is the basic syntax of class? First, I need to use keyword called class. For that reason, I have taken my keyword called class, followed with class name. I need to write class for employee. I am taking my class name as employee. Then open the braces. Then I have told that I am taking two different fields. One is ID and another one is name. So as ID will be in terms of integers, I will declare that one in terms of int. So that is in terms of numbers. For that reason, I am taking in terms of int. Int ID. Then, as name will be in terms of group of characters, let me declare that one in terms of string. Remember, these lines which are starting with a double slash, nothing but command lines which are not going to be executed in our program. They are written only for our understanding. Then, these are the two fields I have taken. Then I told that we can also take method. Here I am going to take main method. So how I am going to take main method in Java? I am going to take it as public static void main, or with string args. This is the example for class, how to create class. So the next thing what we want to learn is object. So simply, what is an object means? Object is nothing but instance of a class. And it is a self-contained component which consists of all the methods and the properties to make a particular type of data that is useful. So this is better understood with an example, but before that example, we will see the syntax for writing that object. So object syntax starts with class name. That is nothing but the name of the class I have taken in my class. Then a reference variable followed with the assignment operator, then a keyword called new, then followed with my class name method. We will see with an example. I am taking the same example that I have taken before. That is nothing but employee class. So first thing I have created a class, then I am creating object for that. Later on I will print the details of that employee. The first thing what I have taken is my class. My class is a employee. In that I have taken two fields. One is ID and another is name. Then in that I have taken a method that is nothing but main method. In that now I am going to create my object. So how to create an object? What is the syntax? Syntax is nothing but what? Class name followed with reference variable. Now what is my class name here? Employee. So I will start with employee. Then what is my reference variable? I have taken reference variable as E1 followed with assignment operator, then new keyword. Here new keyword is used, then followed with employee. That is nothing but my class name object, right? So what if I need to print the details of this? Simple. Here for printing, I am going to use system.out.println, and what is my reference variable? It is E1. So E1 dot, what is the field that I am going to print first? ID. So I am taking it as E1 dot ID. Now, if I need to print name, similar to the previous one, how do I am going to print the name? Simply I will take it as system.out.println event dot name. Like that we can have any number of fields and we can print any number of fields. And my next question is, do we have multiple objects for a same class? Can we create multiple objects? Then my answer is yes. We can have multiple objects for a class. So how to create it? Simple. Let me take the same example for our easy understanding. The first thing is, I've created a class. Here I am taking only one field, that is ID. So as ID is in terms of integer, I have declared in terms of integer. So for this class, let me have multiple objects. So how to create the objects? Syntax is same. Class name followed with the reference variable is equal to new, again class name. This is object 1. Now for object 2, I have taken another reference variable E2. Syntax is one and same, but what is going to change? Nothing but the reference variables. So I have created 2 objects. In that way, I have created any number of objects. Now, what if I need to have the details of object 1? Same thing, I will take it as E1 dot ID. If I need to print the details of object, I will take it as E2 dot ID. So that I have written here, system.out.println E1 dot ID. So I will get first object. Then I will get E2 dot ID. Then I will go for second object. This is the way how to create multiple objects for a same class. Now, for conclusion, let me go for the main difference between objects and a class. Simply, object is nothing but instance of a class. There's a class acts as a blueprint or a template from which these objects are created. Now, for creating an object, we need to use a keyword called new. Here I have taken another example called student. The student S1 is my reference variable. Here I am going to use a keyword called new. Right. What about class? In class, we need to use a keyword called class. Right. So objects allocate memory when they are created, but class doesn't allocate memory when they are created. In next video, we will going to see about constructor and different types of constructor, and then method overloading and constructor overloading. Then we will go for actual programming, and we will see how these programs are going to run in my compiler. Thank you.